What do you do when you have an 80s winter formal lunch to attend and you have a topic that you really want to cover? Well, you record the video in costume. Can't show you the back because my zipper broke. On to more important matters, let's discuss today's topic. How to buy a home, a step-by-step guide. That is self-explanatory for today's topic, but I want to say that by the end of this video, you're totally going to understand step-by-step how to purchase a home, and I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole process. Hang in there till the end of the video. Welcome to your one-stop shop for anything and everything mortgage education. My name is Stephanie Weeks, and I have helped thousands and thousands of customers with their mortgage financing. I've been a loan officer for 17 years, recognized in the top 1% of loan officers in production for the past several years in a row by Mortgage Executive Magazine. I also have been recognized by the Scotsman Guide of Top Originators. I drop new videos every Tuesday and every Saturday. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified, and don't forget to share with your friends and family. I am going to guide you step by step through the home purchase process. We're going to overview the mortgage process. I want to set you up for success and not disappointment. We want to get you to a smooth and on-time closing. I'm going to break this subject down in bite-sized pieces, and I hope you're ready. My number one tip, please shop for your mortgage before you shop for your house. I'm going to say that again. Shop for your mortgage before you shop for your home. You want to know what you can afford, what you want to afford, what those numbers might look like, and then go shopping for a home. That way you know you're looking at homes or for homes that is going to meet the goals that you have set for yourself. It is huge. I say this over and over again. If I had to guess, probably 80% of people, maybe it's more like 70, but it's a high number, actually go and find a home and then call the lender and like, I want to get a loan and blah, blah, blah. And then it's a rush and it's under pressure, and heaven forbid, you've identified a home that does not fit in your budget. Number one, please shop for your mortgage before you shop for your home. Number two, do you need a realtor and why? Yes, I really believe that you need a realtor. I don't know that everyone agrees or disagrees with that, and that's fine. This is my opinion and I'm entitled to it. I think that it's crucial for you to have a realtor because it is the biggest purchase of your entire life. Would you go to court and represent yourself and not get an attorney? Most of you would probably say absolutely not. Why would you do that when you're making the biggest purchase possibly of your entire life at that time? A lot of people try to cut out the realtor, and then you know what they end up doing? Asking the loan officer a million questions that we can't answer because we don't know the answers because we're not realtors. There are a lot of things that they do that people don't know about. There are a lot of things that are important about having a realtor. They have knowledge, they have experience, they're doing research, they're helping you negotiate a house. A realtor does not show you houses. They negotiate deals for you. Get yourself that attorney, if you will, in that example. Get yourself a realtor. Find someone that you're really comfortable with. You're going to spend a lot of time together. They're going to know a lot about your personal life. So make sure you're comfortable. But definitely do not try to navigate a home purchase on your own. Get a realtor. That's tip number two. Number three. Okay. So you have shopped for your mortgage before you shop for your home. And in that process, you should have figured out with your lender and discussed your goal for sales price, your goal for monthly payment, and your goal for cash out of pocket. You may approve for a lot more than you want to spend. It's about being in your comfort zone. You've done that. You've gone to step two. We've talked about why you need to secure a realtor. Step three is going to be, now you're going to write a contract. What a lot of people do or say, they're like, wait, why is the realtor asking me all of these personal questions? They're just completing the contract. Contracts are different in different states. To just kind of keep it simple, it's an agreement. between a buyer and seller to transfer the ownership of a property. At the time that you make that offer, you're already saying what you want that closing date to be. A lot of people don't realize that, they overlook that, or they don't remember that part of the conversation with their realtor. But you are saying, this is the date I want to close. I want to pay this much for your house. I need this help for closing costs and prepaids, or maybe I don't. I'm getting this type of financing, the loan type, the loan term, whether you're paying points. Yes, it's on the contract. It seems a little invasive, but it's true. It's totally true. And think about it from the seller's perspective. If you are selling the biggest investment of your life, you want to make sure that you're getting viable offers and that you're going to accept the offer that is the strongest to get you through to a closing and sell that property. When you're going through the contract, make sure you are understanding the questions. Make sure that you are giving good answers. Pay attention to your answers. The realtors don't just make up closing dates, but so many people are like, wait, what day are we closing? Well, your contract says this. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, or I didn't realize that, so on and so forth. You're also saying whether or not you want an inspection period, how long you're giving yourself for that inspection period. You are saying if it's subject to financing, you're saying if it's subject to an appraisal, you're saying if it's subject to clear title. It's a very, very detailed contract. Again, why a realtor who's experienced should help you navigate through this, because otherwise you might not have a clue what to put as some of those answers. Step 3, write your contract. The next step is going to be step 4, home inspection. Again, just my 2 cents here, but most lenders are not going to request and require that you get a home inspection. Don't be confused with an appraisal, which is completely different. But many lenders do not require that you get a home inspection. I always suggest 100% of the time, if you're purchasing a property, you need to get a home inspection. You need to, because you want to make sure all those light switches actually work. The water actually gets hot. That maybe there's no damage to the foundation. Maybe there's no mold. Maybe there's no issues with the pipes. There's different inspections. You're going to choose that and you're going to pay for what you want. But you want to do your due diligence and inspect the home that you're purchasing. That is going to be step 4. That's something that you pay for as a buyer. The seller does not pay for that most of the time. I guess you could always ask. However, it's typically an expense of the buyer. Depending upon what inspection you do will depend upon the price, and it does seem that price also varies by area as well. The best way to find out what that home inspection is going to cost you is to talk with your realtor. All right, we've talked about 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're on to step 5. With step 5 has a lot to do with your loan. And what I've chosen to do here for step 5 is to give you tips to make sure that you have a successful loan experience and a smooth and on-time closing. The first thing you want to do is be very, very responsive to your lender. If they call, text, or email, it's absolutely time sensitive. Keep in mind, when you're going through a home purchase, you may need to answer phone numbers you do not recognize. People may be calling to verify items. It could be the title company. It could be the credit bureau as part of your loan process. Maybe it's a loan processor when you've been talking to the loan officer. Make sure that you're answering those unknown phone numbers through this process. The time frame is very much dictated by you when you're purchasing a home, because how quickly is your loan going to go through? And how quickly that happens has a lot to do with your response time, your due diligence, and providing what's requested, which is the next tip. Please provide everything the loan officer asks you for. If the loan officer asks you for 2 months bank statements, don't just send one. If they ask you for bank statements and there's 5 pages to the bank statement, don't send the first page. Don't send 1, 2, 3, and 4. Send all 5 pages. If your loan officer asks you for W-2s and you have more than one W-2 in certain years, send all of the W-2s. If your loan officer asks you for tax returns and W-2s, sometimes they won't, sometimes they will, but if they do, send them both. Most of you like to say, well, the tax return has my W-2 information. It does, but not in the detail that is required for the loan. So send both. If the loan officer asks you for 4 paycheck stubs, send 4. Send the most recent, not ones that are 6 months ago. Send them in consecutive order and make sure that they're going to see what they're looking for. If you put on that application you work 40 hours a week, those paycheck stubs better each show 40 hours a week, or 30 if that's what you put, whatever applies. But keep in mind, they are looking just to validate what you put on your loan application. So make sure that that's been right from the start. I've got other videos on that as well. And I'm also very excited about a video that I will be coming out with to help you step by step, box by box, line by line, how to fill out a great loan application. Summing up this section, do a good job, be a good team member with your loan officer and your lender, answer questions, be responsive, be quick, provide everything they need, not partial things that they need. That is going to help you tremendously in moving forward, getting closing, and having it be smooth and on time. What I'm going to finish up with today is I want you to expect, well, let's say, have a clear expectation of the different checks that you might write through the process, since I'm giving you this step-by-step on purchasing a home. Now, I say checks, and I know that dates me. A lot of people don't even write checks anymore, but just follow me anyway. Check number 1 is going to be when you write that contract and that seller accepts your offer, you are going to give a good faith deposit, earnest money, deposit. There's 3 or 4 terms that are used for this, but you're going to give them money in good faith that you intend to buy this home from them. That's an amount that you're going to negotiate. It varies. The second check is going to be to pay for that home inspection I told you that you should expect. Pay for that as well. Sometimes there's multiple inspections. You're going to refer to your realtor to guide you through that process. The third step has to do with your loan, and that's going to be paying for your appraisal. Most of the time, the appraisal has to be collected up front. And you know why that is? Because for years, it was collected at closing. And what would happen is if the value didn't come in and it made somebody aggravated, they just wouldn't pay the bill. Well, that has nothing to do, the appraiser did the work. Now, a lot of times it has to be collected up front because of that. And then the fourth thing is you're gonna write that final check for what you owe at closing. If you have down payment, closing costs, prepaids, a combination of those items, whatever it is, that minus that deposit is what you owe at closing, if anything, depending upon your situation. Those are gonna be the 4 checks you're gonna write. And the final piece of the home buying process, which is amazing and exciting, is actually the closing. The closing is so cool. It's so much fun. It is like, I don't know, it's just like a rewarding experience when you get there and you sit down. It usually takes between an hour and 2 hours, all depending. And you've got your pen, you've got your photo ID, you've got your checks ready, or your check ready, shall I say. And you guys sign everything, commencing that sale, having that closing. And when you're done signing, guess what? You now own a home. How cool is that? I think it is really awesome. And I hope and wish that for you. And I also wish for you that this video has been very helpful in giving you the step-by-step guide of an overview, kind of a bird's eye view of what to expect and how to buy a home. My download for you today is going to be a free copy of my book, a PDF copy of that, so you have it. My goal with the book was to write something that you could sit down in about an hour and just knock it out. Not a super long book that's gonna take a long time with a lot of fluff. Just really, what does this mean? What are they talking about? This seems stupid. Why does this happen? And kind of just unveil some of those or lift that curtain on like the questions that people have when they are doing mortgage financing. So that's gonna be for you for free. And the other thing I'm super excited about, because I mentioned it earlier, and this is the first video where I'm giving you the link of access to be able to purchase my step-by-step loan application video. Step-by-step, line by line, box by box, how do you fill this out? It is so needed, it is so needed. The loan application is a government form. It's not created by me, it's created by the government. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it does confuse people who aren't dealing with it all day. Some of the information is like, what are they asking? Or why are they asking? Or I think I put this here, but maybe this goes there. Guess what? I'm giving you all the answers. The link to that is going to be below as well. Happy house hunting. If you think that this step-by-step guide has helped you, please shoot me a DM, drop me a big, fat, gigantic YES in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I really, really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please, let's connect on social media. I love hearing from you all. My Insta handle is _TheRealStephanieWeeks. My website is stephanieweeks.com. And my Twitter, which is always a tongue twister, is @LoneLady_Stephanie if you want to connect with me there. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified. Share with your friends and family. And as always, I'm going to drop a couple links here to a couple of other videos that I really, really hope helped you. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially with me dressed up all crazy today. Thank you for hanging in there with me.